So after many a difficulty, technically, we are heading into round 4. And hopefully all those difficulties are not enough to set us back from putting together a nice 4th round here. Gonna try and put that behind us, playing off the blue tees, so a little bit more forward. High winds, soft default. Tiger never had to deal with it. Yeah, Tiger never had to come back from technical difficulties to try and win a tournament. Okay, so right away they give us an opportunity to make some noise. We're gonna take it. We're gonna trust that we can hit this tempo, hit this swing plane, and give ourselves a putt. Well, swing plane got us. Swing plane got us. Oh man. Ager? Is that how you say that? Either way, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Please feel free to correct me on pronunciation. Okay, so this is actually fairly flat, maybe even a little bit uphill right to left once we get onto the green. A gerbil's diary. Oh, okay. Well, there's an extra A in there. A gerbil? I'm not sure what a gerbil is, but I do know a gerbil. So 152 greens. It's kind of funny that that it works that way. All right. That's just how people say it. Fair enough. Honestly, I'll take the fast there. I think because it's so partial, that's probably why that tempo ends up so quick. But we left ourselves in what I would argue is a solid spot. Give ourselves a position where we can just hit it up the hill and in. Birdie on the first. Game reminds you of a disc golf game that you alpha tested for? You know, I was looking through on Steam at one point, seeing like what golf games were coming, and I think I did see a disc golf game at some point. I don't know if it's the same game. You're saying alpha tested. If it's anything recent, maybe it was. How was that game, by the way? I don't think I've ever actually... No, I've never properly played disc golf, I don't think. I've played Ultimate Frisbee, obviously not the same, but that's about as far as it goes with my relationship with the Frisbee. A little bit of Ultimate. I've watched one professional game. Kind of neat. Those guys can freaking throw a Frisbee, that's for sure. And then obviously casual tossing. The fast is too much. Soft definitely helps sit it down, but yeah, that fast just gets us a little bit out of sorts from where we want to be. Downhill left to right. Kind of like this, but with discs. Well, I feel like that makes sense, right? You know, golf game, disc golf game. If they were vastly different, I would almost be a little bit concerned about the disc golf game. Just a little bit over hit. Sorry, you gotta get a permit to post links. It's just a precautionary thing. Yeah, all good, all good. Thank you, Not. Appreciate it. Okay, they've got a Kickstarter. I can just from watching like brief clips, I can already tell that I would get so frustrated with the trees. At least if the trees, like the tree branches were super easy to hit. I think I would get incredibly frustrated by that. Be like, oh, that's on such a good line. Immediately gets knocked down. Although maybe I'm just having flashbacks to last round where we literally did that. Okay. Balls off. Balls above the feet. And win. Like, I'm playing this super safe. To the point where this 6-iron might actually be... We're gonna trust that it's fine. Okay, good tempo. Good shot shaping. Actually a solid club choice. I played it on the safe side though. There's no way I could go straight after the pin there. Tiger 2K Everybody's Golf. Say that game is more fun and less serious. Yeah, I get that. And I think it's probably the type of thing, the smaller the studio, right? And also depends the route that they're trying to go, right? Like if a game is trying to be more of a simulation or more of a relaxed and fun and easy to grasp mechanics. Yeah, every game's got to kind of strike that balance that they want. But I think the smaller the studio, generally, the easier it is for it to be a little more goofy. It's a little bit left to right. I'm gonna play it in a way that it's just breaking that last little bit and mostly straight. Mostly straight leading up to the end. Might have been a little firm, pulled it left, and it's now not going to break enough. Gosh darn it. Blew that eagle putt. Had the read perfect. Shanked the putt. Oh man. Everybody's Golf is not one that I have... Everybody's Golf is not one that I am familiar with. I've heard of it a few times. But I don't know it. Okay, I think we're gonna take 4-iron off the tee. I think we're gonna take 4-iron, leave ourselves hopefully a full wedge into this win. I maybe could have been a little bit more aggressive, but I think if we have a slightly longer shot into this kind of wind. Yeah, this pierced up, but... I think with a shot like this, I think the whole concept is throw it up there. If it goes a little bit long, it'll maybe spin back a little bit for us. Oh no. I'm actually surprised by that. Wind knocked it down just a few yards more than I'm banking on. Looks to be a little right to left up the hill. Maybe not too much at the start, but then at the end, we'll get that break in. Big putt. Big putt. Top Shot Golf or Hot Shots Golf? Okay. I can't say that here's the kind of weird thing. I am not super familiar with many golf games. I had a couple of the Tiger Woods games back in the day. I think I had 06 for PS2 and then like 10 for the Wii. Then I had 2K21, 2K23, and I played just a little bit of TGC 19. I know there are like a ton of golf games out there. But I am definitely not going to try and claim to be the most well-versed. All right, that's a beautiful drive right down the center of the fairway. I think this should give us a pretty decent number. Okay, so we're like just a little bit long. I think with the lob wedge here, I have to trust that this wind is actually gonna knock us down just a touch. I pulled it a little bit left, but that's into the wind. Okay, the wind didn't really play all that much. I mean, we did hit it a little bit over. Right, we hit the 101. Oh, this thing's got some break to it. Especially out the gate, like it starts breaking. It starts breaking and then it continues. Oh, I underhit it. I think that was the right line. I just hit it a little bit early. Okay, we got 169, 170 to the front. 164. Question becomes, like, do you get 5 yards out of this, right? I think you do. Fast pull. My brain was doing everything in my power to not find water. My brain was doing everything in its power to not be short. Sometimes the subconscious just takes over. As much as you try and deal with it, it is just not an easy thing to overcome. I did not want to be over here though. This is probably one of the worst things I could have done to myself. Because now I have to be so mindful. I have to be so mindful of pace. Take a little bit more off. think somewhere like here. It's a little bit low, but sit for me. I don't know how to feel about that. This hole is probably playing pretty tough, I would think. Okay. We get out of there with a par. I think that's all we can hope for. With that big of a slope, that's just like a crazy hole because it's such a tough pin to get at, and if you don't get it right on the money, I don't think you're really gonna be all that close. And even if you are in like a decent-ish spot, it's not a simple putt. Like, it is not a simple putt at all. I don't love the pull into the wind here because we're trying to play center green. That is about the meanest kick we could have gotten. Okay. 138 to the front. This, to me, is just gonna fire to the right. Honestly, as a recovery, I think I gotta be happy with that. You know, I'm always trying to not, like, completely overshoot the hole. Obviously, had I known it was uphill, I probably wouldn't play as much loft on it. Right to left swinging putt. This doesn't, I don't know, am I overplaying this? I like didn't even remember that this was a par 5. Oh man, my read was definitely closer to correct on the first go. Moving it back in was certainly incorrect. There we go. Get in there. Connor! What's going on, man? How were the rest of the rounds? I had to dip on the back 9 in round 1, but hopefully Platt treated you well. 39 overall? How are we feeling about that? I don't really know what the Platt course is playing to this week. Still trying to make my way out of Elite. We'll get there. Just gotta have a decent week for once. Round 3 and 4 slightly worse, but conditions were harder. Did okay, nothing spectacular. I feel that. Ah, no, not the slow push. Of course, that's in the direction of the wind. Little bit of a lucky kick. I just would have preferred the straight swing plane. Snowda got to like 60. Are you serious? Absolutely tearing it up. Jeez. Well, welcome on in, everybody, from Connors. I guess I should do a proper introduction. We are currently on round 4 of True Sim. We are trying to get a True Sim win. We're trying to get our first ever True Sim win, for that matter. Have a 5-stroke lead over the current players through 2 rounds. Had a solid 3rd round, even leaving some out there and just trying to close it out. Try and put our score far enough ahead that it can't be caught. Of course, we won't know until the end of the week, but... We're running into the close calls on a lot of these. We're running into the close calls on a lot of these. So this is actually a weird one. The driver here is gonna be too much. If I take 3 wood though, I think we have to take driver and take the pitch. I know that it's not my ideal shot, but I think I leave myself a little bit too far taking 3 wood. I just feel like if we go 3 wood, we end up just not where we want to be. More 9-iron. See, like, this is why pitches just do me in, though. Like, I probably still am better with the 9-iron. I don't know. I gotta get better at that pitch shot. Gotta get better at it. Alright, everything is downhill. A little bit left to right. I think I'm gonna give it full brakes. A little bit here. You screwed up all the time, Yellow Tooth. Like, it just... Yeah, something with it just doesn't quite sit right with me. Oh, okay. So we've had a couple of chip-ins now that have made up for some bad approach shots. Those definitely help out. All right. Little bit fast, little bit of a pull, but that wind is bringing us back. And being down here, now we hopefully... Actually, that pin, I think, is tucked back around the corner. We have more of a headwind. So we got 190 to the front. This might just be one that you have to play towards center green and not get too greedy with it. It's 191. I think that's a slope downhill, so if you're short, you're dead. What is it to the back of the green? 201? All right, we're gonna go after this with 4-iron. I'm gonna aim a little bit more to the right. Little bit fast. 102. My body's just protecting subconsciously against that underhit and being in the water. So we're on the green. It's gonna be a tough putt, but it's actually only an inch down, so it's more so along the lines of how much break are we gonna get? The kid was up a lot last night. Oh man. Thanks, Vic. Yeah, like I think if we get the right power, like if my subconscious doesn't take over, could be in there definitely at like 15 feet maybe. Okay, so it's gonna be fairly straight. It's gonna start breaking down towards the end. Something like there. Oh wow, it started turning way earlier. Sit. Okay, there was like break in the middle that played much more significantly than I ever gave it credit for. So that's my bad. I really paid attention to the end break and the beginning break, and I think I just left out the middle break. We'll take the 2-putt. The thing is, we've been 3-putting those a lot today, which has not been ideal. So is this one that we can just get down on the green? Even if it's like a super long putt. I don't know if this is a stupid idea or not, but... It's a little bit slow. And I guess that's the problem, right? Is missing the aim. So now we've got a weird short yardage shot that we've got to deal with. You made the switch to Sculptor from Powerhouse and like it a lot? Yeah, that's what I'm on. I'd like to get a little bit more lie range, bring my sculpting stats down just a little bit, but generally speaking, I like what I've got. So let's see here. It's 43 to the back. It's downhill. So like if we go long, I think the thing to be concerned about, honestly, is being short because of the lie we're on, because we're flopping it. I think we just play the shape on the full sand wedge. If we go long and try and spin back. That's the safe play. That's the safe play. With that shot being so close, I think you have to take the safety shot. 18 feet is probably what you wouldn't consider a great approach, so me driving for the green, probably not the best. But also kind of looking at it from the perspective of what the wind conditions are and such. With that pin being tucked there, you know, having a full shot in, even with it being a wedge, like that's a really tight window to get it into. Now I'm on the green on 3 for a birdie putt, whereas if you miss that approach, now you're splashing out trying to scramble, go up and down. So I think we made the right call. big putt. That's gonna be short. That's a really good read, but I actually hit it right on the power. But I'm protecting against myself, so you know sometimes I'm gonna underhit it. My tendency though is to not underhit it, so that's, you know, I'm playing to my norm. Good stroke, good shape. Get down. Keep going left on the green. What a shot! What a shot! Oh man. I mean, for a moment there, you start wondering, does it have enough roll to become an ace? It doesn't, but it definitely was teasing for a bit. Downhill, see, wind is playing just in on us. And with it being soft, I don't think you can. But now the question becomes, if it gets out enough, I think you get a chip. And so I think that a chip shot has to be... I think that a chip shot has to be like a reasonable enough opportunity to take this shot with. %, nice tempo. Right side of the flag, it bounces left. Honestly, if you hit that overpowered, that actually gets on the green. 101, I think, is still short. 102, 103, you're actually flirting with the green there. Now, this is downhill a foot again. On the green, though, it doesn't seem to be as downhill. Seems to be more the elevation change at the moment. But I'm actually gonna send this out and look a little bit more this time. Just wish I could get a slightly better view. It doesn't seem all that bad once you're down at the hole. So I think what I'm actually gonna do with this is I'm just gonna full shape it. I think we full shape it. I gotta see just how the flag is playing. Seems fairly straight down there. Ball's a little bit above my feet. So we'll play chip, full shape. Little bit out here. And we'll try and hit a nice tempo, flip this thing right up to the hole. Pushed it. That's unfortunate. Seem to be struggling on those chip shots, keeping my plane as well. Played that just a touch to the right. I saw the little bit of right to left at my feet. Didn't think he was gonna play that strong all the way to the hole, but that's a good up and down to convert. All right, what do we got here? Wind in the face. I think you just go for it. Okay, swing plane's been drifting on this hole in particular, so let's hit it straight this time. I think with this headwind, this might actually be a case where we have to lay up. I'm just not seeing this as a par 5 to get into. Oh, wow. Okay. It's short enough. It is short enough. So being downhill, 245, get the wind in the face. I think we're going to go... I think we would actually go along with this. So... gotta play for the lie. So I'm gonna play it out to the left. Gonna play it somewhere in here. Wind's gonna play a little bit more because it's downhill. I think I'm just gonna give it a little bit of loft. .102'd it. I'm gonna need that wind to balloon it and knock it down. Okay, the 102 was a little bit much. Got the tempo we wanted. Overhit it. This is way downhill behind. So this is, like, look at this. This is why, like, I didn't want to hit it short because I knew it would die with the way that this hill is. But now being here, I'm going to have to put full loft, full backspin, and probably underhit this shot. This is like a tap it out and hold and then make the birdie. This is not try and be the hero for eagle, because if you try and be the hero for eagle, you are going to be looking at probably at least the 2-putt. Fine with it. Absolutely fine with it. Maybe could have hit the power because it ends up actually being a little bit of a like ridge here where it goes uphill. It goes uphill and then it drops off behind. So like maybe could hit power there and actually have a chance at holding it out, but we're just going to play it safe. You do not want to be gambling eagle for, you know, nothing or a loss of stroke. Uphill's gonna take what? That's gonna be like a 147 carry. You'd get some wind back. It's soft and then up the hill. I just don't quite know that the pitching wedge. I'm gonna give it a little bit of extra power. I don't know. I mean, if we go long, we go long. I just don't think that the pitching wedge on its own with this uphill is gonna be enough. Oh, maybe it would have been. Maybe it would have been okay on the stock shot. I didn't bank on the wind playing as well up the hill. Hey, Slim Jimmy. So powerhouse isn't good? I wouldn't say that. I would say that power is a very useful thing to have. Depending on the fittings, though, I personally find that Sculptor is a little bit more balanced. You just have a little bit more swing or a little bit more timing as default, and the power is not that much less. It depends on your fittings though. If you have a lot of power fittings, yeah, you can start with something with a little less power. Sculptor starts with decent power though, so you only need a little bit, and then you can kind of play a balanced approach for a lot of things. So it's all what you got. Like, I think you can make almost any of those archetypes work, just depending on what fittings you've got. I'm having a hard time reading this putt. Feels like it's fairly straight. Maybe drifts a little bit to the left. But I've got to play this super cautious because it's so downhill. So I could miss this putt. I didn't see that break. Overhit it, but like... I did not see it breaking right to left, that's for darn sure. Alright, well that's a mean one. That's incredibly mean. Darn. Okay, come on. Calm, cool, and collected. Slowed it. Alright, so apparently this breaks the other way. That's a really big bogey. That's a really big bogey. That was incredibly mean. That was incredibly mean. I know I overhit it. I did not think it was that steep that it was just gonna like completely kill us. I'll take a bogey. If that goes double or worse, that starts to really get us in trouble. All right, I think this is one that we're going at. So follow up the bogey with the driven green. Maybe gonna come up just a little bit short, it seems. Okay, so we're down in the valley over to the left, but if we can chip it up and down. Left to right. We're uphill to the green, but it's fairly flat. Maybe a touch downhill behind. I think we can play it pretty confidently. Okay, good swing playing on this. Lovely touch. Slowed it, swing playing pretty good. Get the birdie. All right, steal that one back. Get our stroke back from the bogey there. Okay. Pin is in the back. See, 6-iron is such a funky one because it's gonna still want to roll out. I think we just play this out closer to center green, so start it out here. Start out here, let it drift. Closer to center green, he says. Yeah, see, I thought about putting some loft onto that. I just didn't trust how much the wind was gonna knock it down. So, I mean, we still have a fairly tough putt here. We've got to go from the outside, left to right, down the hill. Having a hard time just kind of figuring out what sort of break there is. It seems like it breaks harder to the right of this putt. But I definitely don't want to... don't want to underplay this. Oh. Close. Solid read. I think we may have had a little bit of swing plane push there that might take us just enough offline over that length of putt. Oh, this pin's actually on the other side. That was not a pretty swing plane. Please stay in the fairway. I don't need to end this tournament on a heavy rough par 5 layup kind of situation. We definitely want to be able to go after this thing. All right, 239, winds at the back, soft greens. This shot's definitely long, but if you go 218, some wind, I think you end up short. So I think it's like, what do you want here? Do you want... I think I want the 4-iron. I think I want the 4-iron. I thought I fasted it, which like had me really, really, really concerned. Like incredibly concerned. I just think I'd rather this. I mean, if we went with the hybrid, I mean, we can see that there's a huge slope here, and the concern ends up being like, obviously I don't know this ahead of time, but now looking at it, if I play that aggressive line and it gets too much, we've got an absolutely horrific return putt that we've got to overcome. But now we just have a little right to lefter chip. A little uphill, plays... right to left at our feet, right to left on the green. Oh, that would have been a lovely walk-off. That would have been an amazing walk-off. Oh, man. Okay, come on. Let's get to 49. Couldn't quite get to 50. 50 would have been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful place to be. Huge. Okay, so 49 is the number. 11 under, 10 under on the weekend. Absolutely so much harder on the conditions this weekend. I just gotta hope that the first 2 rounds were enough to distance ourselves. I mean, that's all we can hope for, is that rounds 1 and 2 gave us enough of a lead, because we played on the upper end of the people that have played thus far. So it's obviously hoping that 5 strokes is enough cushion that people don't make it up on the weekend. Those are much tougher conditions. Definitely easier to find yourself in trouble. We found it in the water. We bogeyed a couple of times, and we still shot well. So just overall, definitely felt like we felt this course out. Just thank you guys for watching. If you're watching it over on YouTube and you made it this far, just hit that subscribe. I'll see you guys next week.